Try loving me. All I ask is you will try loving me. Cause loving me ain't easy. I know.
What's going on, and welcome to Black Kings Free Game. What's going on, kings and queens? And today I have a special guest. This special guest is reigning out of Liberty County since the age of, 11?
Born and raised.
Born and raised, your mayor of Hinesville, Georgia, Mayor Carl Rose.
Hey, that's a fantastic intro, champ.
Yes, sir. Well, look, an intro is warranted to a true champion.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Absolutely.
That's what they do here. They gas you up, then they blast you up.
Look,
Nah, man, it's all love. It's all genuine, man.
Yes,
That's right.
I wish I
appreciate
could
you,
gas
bro.
on this
For real.
instance, but this is something that has really manifested into, since I was young, man. I've known you.
I want to hear that story again.
I
I want to hear it again.
We talk about it all the time. We're going to leave that unless it comes back out in the show. But
That's right. This is my third show.
Yes.
I want to thank you. I don't know who's got the record. Probably Janice Baker. Every time I turn the TV on, she's on.
Yes.
She's the queen.
yes.
Shout out to Queen Janice.
Always Janice, for real.
Yes.
But yeah, man, I'm just honored to be back, man. I've been watching the show grow, and I see some people do some big time interviews, and I'm like, doggone, my boys done forgot about me. You know?
No.
what I'm saying?
Nah, we ain't forget, man.
When I wasn't the mayor, y'all wanted me on the show all the time, but then I get a job, y'all like everybody else on Facebook.
Man, we got to make sure we fit into your schedule.
Yes,
Man,
and that's
you know,
very important.
I always
man.
got time for this, for real.
Thank
Especially
you, bro.
as
That's
the
what's
viewership grows, it's the easiest way to get direct to the people.
Right.
Yes,
Indeed.
yes,
Indeed.
Yes, and I appreciate you taking the time to do it. I appreciate you sticking with Liberty County. For real. I know you're in Hinesville, but y'all don't understand how easy it is to grow up here and leave
Yep.
Right,
That's
right.
true.
and not take your
True.
community serious. But when you decide to stay and you decide to put your effort, your sweat, and your emotions, and I say that not lightly, I'm saying it because that's what happens. You got to get ridiculed. You got to get talked about. You got to do things that people won't even know about, and it succeed, and no one would ever bring up your name then. But as soon as something that they don't like or something goes wrong, they want to help kick you while you're down. These are some of the elected positions that people go into, and a lot of them go in it because they love where they live, period. So it's just good to have one of the hometown heroes here, bro.
That's right.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Man, I appreciate you. You want to introduce?
Yeah, well, we're gonna get started.
Nah, it's all
with-
about you, man.
Yeah. We're gonna get started with the
Your
day.
name, man. We got.
Look, I'm about to. I
I'm gonna
got
get my shine.
I got it.
That's right.
We're gonna start with
I'm gonna be a guest, man. I'm trying to run the show.
Right. You still trying to be mayor,
I
man.
apologize, man.
You are, man.
I forgot where I'm at.
I got you,
I'm
Mr.
gonna
Mayor.
drink this water.
Look, we got you, because Mitch is definitely gonna do his thing, because I know he's got questions and he's probably got some things he wants to get off his chest, for one. Because y'all don't forget, King Boston is also Mayor Pro Tem.
Mayor Pro Tem for the city of Walthourville.
Yes, sir.
My pleasure to serve.
That's right.
So what I'm gonna ask first is, Mayor Riles, how has your week been?
Man, they're all good. They're all good. They're challenging, but a lot of people don't know this about me, but the World Cup's on right now. So this is my season.
Yes.
Right.
This is
So
my
you're a big
season.
soccer fan?
Huge
Okay.
soccer fan. This is my season, so that's been fantastic. Coming off a fantastic Father's Day. I'm blessed to have the best family.
Right,
I can't.
right.
I know it's easy to say to gas it up, but mine really is. Man, they do a lot. Touching on the two things, being the mayor and having the family. They don't ask to serve.
That's facts.
Right?
That's right.
But they have to serve. Like they have a different. There's rules and regulations. Like my children. If one of my children gets in trouble, like the paper's gonna say.
Reflects.
It's gonna say
Mayor's
mayor's son,
Yeah.
so and so. Mayor's daughter.
Yeah.
If my wife, in her job, you don't separate it, and they didn't ask for it.
Right.
You know, and every minute that we spend, you understand, you too.
Yes.
The things every minute you spend doing something in the community is a minute that you're not spending at home. So they understand that.
Goodness.
So,
Yes. Sacrifice.
you know, so
Yep.
yeah, so no complaints, man. I got a wonderful family, man. We had a great Father's Day. My wife's a teacher, so school's out. Granddaughter went to Summer Waves.
School.
Nice.
So they're
Yes.
they're killing it. You know,
Summer Waves.
Yeah, it's a good time for us, man. It's a really good time for us. But I appreciate you asking that.
Yes, sir.
Look. Well, another shout out to Queen Riles.
First lady.
First Lady Riles, thank you so much for keeping him in line, keeping him in check, and also being his peace, and also someone that stays in his ear at the same time.
I don't know about the peace part.
Look,
the ear part is
look,
great.
I had to throw it in there. I had to throw it in there, Carl. I had to put it in there.
No, she probably hates the fact that you acknowledged her, man.
Yeah.
She keeps her head down, does her job. She
Right.
really cares about the children of this community.
Yes.
Man, yeah, great teacher.
Yeah.
you know.
And
She
That's
cool
not
as a
all-
fan too.
Yeah, that's
real
Yeah.
cool people.
And you know what? It's important to have people that enjoy teaching and love kids nowadays.
Yes.
A lot of people are just there for a check, man. And that's wild to me because growing up, Carl, it was times where I couldn't separate a teacher from somebody in my family, to be real, because you're counting on these people. There were some teachers you can talk to about things and could help you get through things that now it's not even that relationship no more.
Yeah.
Everything's so transactional. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're in my classroom because I get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like, you okay? You're not yourself today.
Right.
For real.
You know?
That teacher's got your baby for 8 hours a day,
Exactly.
180 days.
Exactly.
And that teacher knows.
Yeah. She has a
You know.
he or she has a big impact
Right. That
Yes.
teacher
on the
knows.
kids' lives.
No doubt.
Really does. King Boston,
What's up?
how's your week been?
My week has been great. Busy, hot.
Yes,
It's termite season.
it is.
You know, if you seeing any bugs, if you see any flying ants in your house, they're not ants, they're termites.
Yes.
Call 844 Magnum 1. But the week has been good. The week has been good. My Father's Day also was excellent. Now my daughters are older now, so and they, you know, they starting to make some money.
Yeah.
So I get a little more than a card now.
That's right.
You know, and it feels good to receive dividends from your investments.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think I got a watch, a nice watch actually, and my daughter Desiree, I think she thinks I'm getting old because she buys me old man gifts.
Oh Lord.
Like stuff to massage my back.
Yeah.
But I'm here for it though. I'm here for it though. They have my
Desiree,
best
if you're
interest.
watching, 1207.
That's the ad, right?
Very, very thoughtful Father's Day. So I'm grateful for that. And yeah, man.
Yeah.
We here. How was your weekend?
My weekend was cool, man. I enjoyed Father's Day as well. I did the play. So I was in the play this weekend, the Thin Line 2. Yes, we did the first one. It turned out really, really well. And, you know, the second one, it was really good also. Not going to lie.
Good.
I'd like to catch that.
Yeah, we got any video?
See you do
Well,
your thing,
we do have
man.
video, but what we're going to do is we're just going to do the play in entirety. So we're going to have part 1 and part 2.
Okay.
We're also going to be taking it on the road here soon.
Oh,
So
That'd be interesting.
yeah,
I'd like
we-
to catch that.
yeah, we're in discussions of that. But yeah, very well attended, especially the first one, and support from the community is always great, you know. And you get the positive criticism and then the constructive criticism,
Right.
You know, all in the same bunch, and I take it all.
Yeah. I mean, constructive criticism is positive.
Yes,
You know, especially
Yes.
when it's coming from the right place.
That's right.
yeah, but everybody doesn't know how to take it for some reason.
That's true. That's true.
So I wanted to say this. With it being after Father's Day, and almost at the end of the month now, right? One thing that we haven't really honed in on, and I want to say this to a lot of the kings, or all the kings right now, it is also men's mental health awareness, right? And no, we don't see it posted everywhere. We don't see a whole bunch of commercials talking about it. We don't see anybody hosting events. And that also goes with how society is anyway. It's going to be real. Us as men, we can suffer in silence a lot.
Yeah, often do.
And yes, often do. and nobody is gonna look because you know the weights on our shoulders. We're supposed to be built for that.
Yeah.
And nowadays, I just want to say a lot of it is not built for that. There's a lot of restraints. It's a lot of things that men back in the day might have had that they don't have anymore.
Yeah.
I used to say, man, there was a lot more appreciation. As a man in the position of being in that position and actually taking care of his family. There's a lot of appreciation. Like my father would get the biggest piece of chicken. My father would be able to get as much food as he wanted. Father would get his plate first. And nowadays, people have just compartmentalized the position of the father because there's so much negative.
Yeah.
There's a negative draw to men. Let's just be honest. It's a negative draw to men. So now it's like, ain't nobody eating before my kids, not realizing that if there was a position to where a father, like the kids might not eat, the father probably wouldn't even eat at all.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But if there's some food provided, it's like, oh yeah, thank you.
Right.
Things of that. But now things
Just
change.
for being the head of the household.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. So I think that's a lot to do with mental health, and men might not be getting that. So to the kings out there, understand that there are people that are thinking about you.
Yeah.
And on Father's Day, to many of you that received things from your children or didn't receive things from your children, you are still important. You are still needed, and you can still pass that on to a lot of the young men out here that might not be being paid attention to as much.
Yeah.
That's why mentorship is important. But yeah, I just wanted to hit on that.
That's big. That's big. And you said a lot. I know you gentlemen you had on the show not too long ago, Larry Murray.
Yes.
Lights Out.
Shout out to Lights Out.
Yeah, shout out to Lights Out for you. I called him the mayor. And he, no. And I told him, I said, it's not that I expect you to one day be the mayor.
Yeah.
It's that I see qualities in you
Thanks.
that make you someone that I believe could lead everything one day.
Right.
So I went to his, he had his mentoring event a couple weekends ago. Man, I went there like 12:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
He had 50 kids playing basketball.
Yes.
Man, they were cooking Larry too. He was cheating those little kids. But he had a segment on emotional intelligence and emotional maturity, teaching these kids how to walk away or how to be mature in these situations when what's popular is to crash out.
Right.
And you have people that working in that space for children. But what about the people that miss the mentoring groups?
Yes.
The guys that are now 22 to 35 or older, 85.
Yes.
That, like you said, we're expected to just be and just deal.
Just do it.
And run into situations where a little bit of, man, it ain't worth this.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have situations in our city, in our county all the time
Yes.
where a man, you go ahead. It's yours, man.
Yeah,
you go
you
ahead and
got
take
it.
it.
You got it.
Where it could lead to a completely different outcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
We see it all too often.
You got it has
Right,
turned into emotional.
Right.
Sure.
Yes.
And they make life changing decisions that you can't come back from.
In an instance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that emotional intelligence is big.
Right.
Larry, we always tell you,
Yeah, man.
Lights out is completely, you cut the lights on.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You bring that light into the room when the lights are out. And that's how I see it, Bubba. Because these emotional intelligence now is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Instead of Mitch and I having a conversation, we getting upset with one another, right? It's not yo, bro, look, regardless of what either one of us thinks, we're brothers.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? We might agree to disagree on this one, but on the next one, you know what it is. Now let's go get something to eat.
Right. And that's the way it should be.
Yes.
And I think that Larry truly found his calling with the young people, because I've had the chance to go to his lockouts, and man, it's difficult to get those Gen Zs and Gen Alphas to listen.
Right.
And he be having them locked in. I've never seen young people have so much fun doing math. It was two teams, and they had like flashcards, and you had to do like quick addition.
Yes.
But it was fun. You know what I mean? So, I think it takes a special person. And Hinesville, y'all are really fortunate to have him. The county.
The county.
We are really fortunate to have him.
Yeah,
Yes.
I tried to get him. I did. I tried to get him. But no, I mean, there are a lot of young people doing fantastic things.
Yes.
And you know, some of the systems that we create, you know, the last mile is this concept. Don't talk about with the military all the time. We have some clinics in downtown that focus on this, but you know, we can prepare all of these things, but the last mile is from your door to the clinic.
Right.
And I think that's where no one can figure that out. You know, it's that final leap of faith that someone has to make to say, okay, look, I can't do this by myself.
Yeah.
Whether it's the church, your clinic, whatever it is. And that's something that we have to let people know it's okay to take that leap.
Yeah.
You know, by yourself.
Right.
Because the help is waiting on you. It can't come to your house.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we do telehealth, so it kind of can come to your house, but you got to pick the phone up.
You got to pick it up.
I also think that as men, we need to be our brother's keeper as
Yeah,
well.
that's a big
Because,
factor.
you know, I can't tell you how many times that I've leaned on my brothers in times where I wasn't at my strongest. You know what I mean? I never forget, man. This was when I was opening Big Dogs.
Oh, man.
And, you know, people saw the fanfare and the ribbon cuttings, but it was some moments, man, when it wasn't all peachy,
Yeah,
you know?
right.
And I never forget one day, I had called my man Barry, and shout out to my brother Barry Chapman.
Oh, yeah.
And, I called him and he pulled up, and I'm man enough to say I just broke down, you know? And, he just hugged me.
Yeah.
And we need brothers like that.
That's facts.
We got to be there for each other. You know what I mean? Because not everybody's going to pick up that phone. Not everybody's going to call out. But when you have somebody that you trust,
Yes.
you know, and is willing to reach out, you know, we have to be there for each other for that.
Now, I just had this discussion today with Anthony Sawyer, man. And it's really hard to be out here in this world especially if you're a leader, a known leader, right?
Yeah.
When you're a leader, Carl, who is it that you can just go to tell your business and your business not go back in the street because somebody's excited to know something about
Yep.
you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it doesn't matter if I have a breakdown, my brother has a breakdown. I'm pretty sure King Boston knows that, you know what, I'm about to lose it. He can call me, and guess what? He can lose it right there. I don't care what happens in that moment. I'm not going to be excited to tell the street.
Right.
That's something that just happened between us, and he can feel free to let that go. And that's something we're losing as a people. Everybody wants to have a moment, even if it's not their moment. They want to be, well, I'm the one that told y'all.
Yep.
I'm the one, I want to be seen about that.
Yeah.
Just ask me, I was there.
Yeah.
Instead of, that's something private.
Yeah. They looking for kinks in the armor.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're proud to see, oh, you're not the champ. Oh, you failed too.
First loud and wrong.
Thank you.
What I call them. It's a whole page out there. Y'all still following. I ain't saying unfollow nobody. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
But quit commenting.
Yeah.
Quit liking, sharing, and commenting. You got a whole first loud and wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And y'all can't wait to be first loud and wrong.
Yes.
But
I can admit to being I might not have been first, but I was loud about it. So a lot of the things that's going on, like recently we had something go with the commissioner board, right?
Yeah.
A lot of things we still got to do properly. Things have to be handled in a proper manner. And I educate people, well, I urge people to we got to get to the truth of things. And we'll address that later on, but we got to figure out how things work and how it's supposed to be done so that when it's done, we can make it count when we see people that do wrong, if that makes sense. So instead of we jump at the first antic,
Yeah.
Sure.
and
Get
we
the
don't,
facts.
yeah, we got to get the facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times the antic is to trick you.
Yes.
And
Right.
and to set a baseline for what the facts actually
Are.
when they come out later.
Right.
Yes.
They get you to say, well, this is what's going on, and then now the people with the truth have to refute what you've accepted.
Yep.
And
That's true.
it's difficult, and in what we do, In the cities, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to get out in front of a story because the city we don't refute everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like our communication. Like you don't want my assistant dang wrestling with people on Facebook.
Right.
You don't want the like for instance, the mayor of Hinesville is not on Facebook yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I
real.
am. Carl Riles is on Facebook.
I get it.
But the mayor of Hinesville is not on Facebook.
Yes.
Like because my positions are official city positions, and I can't get into a situation where I've commented something,
Yes.
and that comment stands for 38,000 people.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, but even though I know that everything that I do, the mayor of Hinesville is doing, because people see that.
Yes.
But you got to figure what the official city position is going to be, and that's how we have to address people. So people tag me and stuff all the time.
Yes.
But look, some things we can't comment on.
Right.
Yes,
And you don't want us commenting on those things. So it's just funny how the things that you can't do, because we're human.
Oh.
Yeah.
We want to handle it like we've handled things for all of our life.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You can't always do it like that.
Let me get back. Let me get
Right. I got time today.
Let me Twitter fingers this. Let me Twitter fingers this. I mean, and look, there's some elected officials that can. Van is one of the best.
I like what he's doing.
I aspire to be Van.
Yeah.
Look.
Shout out to Mayor Van Johnson.
Shouts
Shout out to
out
Man Van Johnson for sure.
Christopher Miller, King Fraser, King Myers,
Yes, yes.
Ephraim, John. We got Patrick Underwood. We
Giants
got
out.
Shout out to Councilman Underwood.
Councilman Underwood, Jimmy McDonald,
Oh, my brother.
Jimmy.
Monty, Moan, Kim Harden. Thank you to all the kings and queens
Right.
that are watching right now.
Viewership is growing,
Yes.
man.
There's giants
yes.
in that group too.
Yeah,
Not just-
big-
and
yes.
people- look,
Doctor, say it again.
I said it's Giants.
yeah.
Oh, Giants, yes.
A lot of people in there that are doing the work and not expecting any recognition.
Yes. Yes.
I know a lot of these folks, and we might not have anything that we partner on together, but some of those names, I mean, we'll work with the youth. You said Chris Miller first.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris.
Chris Miller. Chris. I coach at the Rec, right? I coach my girls. I got every year. People know I'm going. Chris coaches every single sport.
You better believe it.
While also, you had him on the show.
Yes.
People know what he does.
Yes.
But if you want to mentor to the youth, you got to be where the youth are.
Right.
Thank
That's
you.
real.
Thank you.
And even when I finish my seasons, I always tell the parents as I'm talking to them, and we're sad, but we're happy at the time we had. And I always say, the Rec has the sign-up sheet. I said, you're not going to do anything more rewarding than give your time to these 13 girls for 6 to 8 weeks.
Facts.
Sign up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still
Thanks.
coach the All-Star team now. We go win. We got
Right, we gonna get
but y'all coach the season.
Yes.
Right.
And so into these kids. Let them know that an adult that they're not related to cares about them like
Yeah.
they care about their own.
That's
You
that
know
village
what?
at work.
Right.
There you go. And see, if the village will work together, what happens is it becomes personal.
Yeah.
Personal feelings against people. And their personal feelings gets in the way of that person's actual work. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that be jealousy, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, people they see other people in the positions where they see themselves that they could have done, but they never made progress towards, and then they become upset with themselves. So it's on you.
Yeah.
They don't even. I don't know why I don't like that person. Oh yeah. You know why?
That jealousy is such a weak emotion.
It is.
When you could just put in the work
Yes.
and and carve your own lane.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So shouts out to Christopher Miller. Thank you for everything that you're doing. Shouts out to a lot of folks on here. We got King Fraser, King Myers. Oh,
Yeah.
we just got through talking about you, Janice. Janice, you popped up there. We just said that I think it was you're the queen that has done the most
Like the
program.
most, yeah.
Yes. And also, hopefully here soon she'll be back on, y'all. We'll be up here discussing some other things that's coming up.
Sure.
Senior Barrett, 380. What's going on?
380, what up?
Amanda Marie, once again, that is a regular watcher. Thank you guys for watching. We're here with the mayor of Hinesville, Carl Riles. And you guys have heard of some of his beginnings. He came here due to the military with his father, but he is...
No,
But-
Yeah, I was about to say, huh?
Well, it's weird
Okay.
because my dad did get drafted. I was born in Germany. We were there for 100
Yes.
days, then we ended up here. But he was already from here.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Right,
So he
right,
just
right.
came back
right.
home.
He just
He
came
came back home.
Right.
Yes,
So
yes.
so it's that little duality.
What
Yes.
part of Germany?
Wurzburg.
Würzburg. Yeah, I was
Okay.
like 45 minutes away in Bamberg.
Yeah, I was 100 days old. They
Right,
put us
you
on a
don't
plane
know
and
nothing about
sent-
that.
sent us back. But no, we thanks to Donald Chairman Lovett and
Yes.
Pleasant Grove when they were rehearsing their history of the church. They did the genealogy and found out that my great grandmother's great grandfather is in the genealogy of their church. So we were pretty much able
wow.
through that and the names, we're able to figure out that my family has been in Liberty County since the late 1700s, like 17.
Wow.
Well, what we know is that my ancestors were 14 and 15 or so. There was a marriage when one of the kids was. So you got to figure they were probably 14, 50 at that time, and that would put us back in like 1797. So parts of my family have been in at least 1797.
Okay.
So I've been in Liberty County a long time.
That's a blessing to know your history. Like that.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
It was the greatest thing. Like
Yeah.
it was such a small thing. It was in their church history. Because I'm a Mount Zion guy. I've always been a son of Mount Zion. But then I find out I'm a grandson of Pleasant Grove. I got to speak over there, and they handed it, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
Wow.
I made it all the way back to like 1815, and then I did some math, and I was like, well, if they did this in 1815, then
Yeah.
it had to go back at least 16 years. That pushing 1799. Like to be a black man, to be able to trace their
Your history.
lineage
Yes.
back
That's
into
rare.
the
That's rare.
1700s.
Very rare.
Right.
I mean, so yeah. I mean, listen, it was amazing. I shared it with everybody I could share it with.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this, look at this, look
Yeah.
at this. So it's pretty amazing.
And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a famous group, music group you were telling me about with the R&B. I remember that with your father being connected to that.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah. My dad went to Tuskegee. A lot of members of my family went to Tuskegee, and while he was there, he's the right age. He was there at the birth of the Commodores.
Commodores.
Wow.
That's
At the
it.
Commodores,
Wow.
absolutely.
Yes.
So it's pretty interesting. Someone asked me yesterday what was the first concert I went to, and I told them, I said, well, that's not really fair.
Why you say that, Carl?
Well, because I grew up in a house where you could go to concerts really early.
I got
They
you.
were talking about the first time that they got to pay money and
Like
go to
as an
concerts.
adult or something.
I was like, no, I was in the back seat of the car going to concerts, like
Chilling.
really early. Really
Chilling.
Early. So
That's what's up.
A couple of questions real quick, and
Yes,
we'll
sir.
hop back in. You've been mayor for
2.5.
2.5 years now. What are some of the things that before you were mayor you found out that surprised you? What is something that you're like, dang, I didn't like? What are some of the things?
When you become mayor, when you're over a district, you have more interaction with more specific problems, people's problems. When someone realizes they have a problem, they call you directly. You get in the car, you drive over there, you see the problem, you get it to your city manager, and you go to work. But when you're mayor, you you don't really get those calls anymore. You get bigger, overarching calls.
Right.
You're a little disconnected from the day to day, and it's weird to adjust to because as mayor you kind of represent the city outwardly.
Yes.
Like you're the city's representative on this board. You're the city's representative on this board.
Yeah.
You're the city's representative on the CRC. You might be in Brunswick. You might be in Darien. You're the city's representative. You might go to DC to lobby for Fort Stewart. You got daily meetings with all of these interested parties that people don't even realize that we're connected to.
Right.
You have to sit in meetings with like water councils and figure out if we're going to have enough water in 5 years to build houses. So you really do get involved in some of the bigger ticket items. And Hinesville's a different city, in a lot of smaller towns, like in Waltharville, for instance, your mayor and your council people do different things than I do and our council people.
Yeah.
Because of the necessity. Hinesville's got roughly 38,000 people.
Yeah.
We have a city manager that we pay to handle all of these things. You know, we have to have that professional. We have to have competent professional leadership. We have
Absolutely.
to have a CFO.
Yes.
I mean,
Right.
we have a $50 million budget. We have
Right.
a $38 million operating budget.
Right.
So you've got to have the professionals to do all of that work. But as the chief executive of the city, a lot of meetings you have to be in where you got to catch up quick. You got to learn.
Yeah, that's what
you got to figure out what some of these things mean.
Yes.
Because, you know, the people expect you to be able to speak intelligently on these things.
Right.
And you don't really know anything about water and sewer.
Exactly.
But
Yes.
you learn quickly that
You have
there's
to learn.
nothing more important than water and sewer.
Right.
Yep.
I tell my wife in her 3rd grade class for a writing prompt, ask her, I say, ask your kids what happens after they flush the toilet. What do you think happens?
They don't know.
And the thing, I'm gonna challenge every single person watching right now, because you don't know.
Yep.
You think you know, but you don't know. And if you don't know, then you really ain't got no business running the city,
Right. That's true.
because it is incredibly important. Like learning. You figure out what's really important and the backbone of running your city, and it's interesting. The other thing I would say is that, you know, good government is deliberate, it's methodical, and by those metrics, it's also slow.
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get in office and you have plans, and
That's what
I'm fortunate because I have a fantastic council. We don't always agree, but we all have the same root goal, which is what you want,
Right.
You know, we're a very progressive council. You know, you have fantastic ideas, but to do them right, it takes so long. So we've been working on this, and I know I'm killing your time.
No, you're fine, bro. Take your time, bro.
We've been working on this family entertainment. Shout out to Justin Frazier for
Yes.
He and I have been
King
fighting.
Frage.
I came along. I'm piggy. I'm riding shotgun on this because he's the Christopher Columbus on this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just the Pilgrims.
Yeah.
You know. So we've been working on this family entertainment piece and this conference center piece for so long, right?
Yes.
So one thing we realized is that we cannot rely on the free market to provide some of these things for us.
Yes.
So we've got to have government participation,
Okay.
right? Because if you don't own it, you don't have any control over it.
Facts.
You get into a highest
real.
bidder situation, right?
Yep.
So you know, we went out and we've purchased this 21 to 25 acres or whatever, and we've designated that for these purposes.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, so it comes out, hey, we've done this, blah blah. So people are like, cool. When can we?
Right.
Well, okay, cool. But and you know, you get 6-8 months down the road, and people, I watch your Facebook posts. I see what you write. I know, and we're trying. But you see this. Well, we've been promised this. We're gonna do this. Blah blah. Well, here's what you don't know. You don't know that we got to petition GDOT to move the entrance.
Yeah.
You don't know that we got to do vertical. We got to do horizontal construction.
Yep.
You don't know that's going to cost
it's a
us
lot of
$2
moving
million
pieces.
in water and
Yeah.
sewer.
Yes.
You know, you don't know that as we're talking to these people, we have to alter these timelines as well.
You got to be careful what you promise.
You have to
Yeah.
be careful what you
Yeah.
promise because listen, I'm promising and working on things that won't come to fruition until well after I'm gone.
Yep.
And that's what I mean by things have to be handled the right way. If things aren't handled the right way, you can easily say, oh, well, this is the reason. No. It's got to be done right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you guys, you think that being a mayor is just being seen,
Just
right?
shaking hands and kissing babies.
Shaking hands and kissing babies until you're sitting in front of the water council or whoever is the dictator of
Right.
how this is done.
Post commander.
Yeah, you're sitting in front of them, and he's like, "Well, I need to adjust 35,000 troops, and I need them to have water, and we need access to this." And you're like, "Oh, what did you just say?"
Right.
Right? And you're 2 years in.
Yeah.
And you're saying, do we have to do that? and someone's saying, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
it's not an option. You totally have to do that.
Yes. Yes.
you
With
know.
all these meetings, I didn't mean to cut you off, Mayor. With all these meetings, is your role full time?
The hours or the money?
I bet to say hours is crazy.
Yeah, because
Well,
the
I
hours
have-
seem full.
I added it up. I have 17 standing meetings a month. So
It's almost
but-
every day.
Sure, I have 17 standing meetings a month, and that's before I've cut a ribbon. That's before I've spoken I've gone to school and read to kids. That's before all of that stuff. So Hinesville has a part-time mayor because we have a full-time city manager and staff.
Gotcha.
Like another thing that it's come up recently, like I that people don't realize is that I have one employee. I have 1.5 employees.
Okay.
So I share my assistant. Shout out to Christy Deloach. She's the best
Shouts out,
assistant.
Mr. Loach.
Yeah, she controls the city. Thank goodness.
Oh yeah.
Thank goodness. She doesn't need me, but thank God I have her.
Yes.
I have half of her. I share her with the city manager, and then I have the city manager.
Okay, Ryan.
Mr. Ryan Arnold, who I
Shout
share
out to
with
Mr.
the rest,
Arnold.
who I share with the rest of the council. Like those are the only two people that work for me.
And they're stretched.
So when something happens and someone says, "Well, how come the mayor hadn't done that?" Well, honestly, a lot of times it's because I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I and the council can advise and direct
From
the city
meetings.
manager
Yes.
to act, and we do.
Yes.
But there's a separation of what our authority is and how we're not supposed to get involved in the day-to-day operations
Right.
of that job. But I think people don't like department heads, my fire chief, my police chief, my CFO, they don't work for me.
So they all report to the city manager.
All of them. They don't
Gotcha.
work, they don't work for me.
I didn't know that.
Right. Yeah, they don't work for me. Like, I mean, now we have great employees and they respect the position.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And if there's something I need to know, again, but a man told me a long time ago, if you want to know if someone works for you, try to fire them.
Yeah, right?
that part.
Because if you can't, then they don't work for you.
Right.
Yeah. I work for
And
Carl because he
listen,
fired me.
Go ahead. I get. All right, cool. I did fire Mark once.
Yes. I was
long time ago.
a pizza delivery guy, y'all.
And you got your story.
Look, you gonna tell them the story, man.
Shouts out to the Queens, Shaka Khan, Warthal, and Marquita Cabell. We thank y'all for joining us, and to all the kings that just popped in also. Thank you guys for watching. We're sitting down with the mayor of Hinesville, Carl Riles, and he's giving us a scoop on everything that he can do, all the things that he is doing, and all the things you think that he's in charge of, which you're finding out now if you're paying attention.
But at the same time, King, you don't really want me to be able to do all those things either. Right?
It's good for people to think that, though,
Right, but
Carl.
because I have days too, and I'm wrong.
Right.
Yes.
Too.
We all
You know,
human.
like, I mean, I could be influenced by the social media or whatever it is at the
Yes.
same time, or one side of the story.
Facts.
Then I get to City Hall, I get in the elevator, I go upstairs, I walk in and I bang on the desk a little bit, and then my city manager says, "Yeah, but this too."
Yeah.
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 Did you
Right.
see this part?
Yeah.
And one thing that happened by being mayor that I never really worried about, like now in my life, I judge everything by risk. Like, and you
Like
filter
risk
that,
versus
right?
reward.
Right. You view it. What is the liability?
Yeah.
Like I might be somewhere and it's packed,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh man, if something happens here, someone's gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they could be. Are there two exits? Is there a fire? Is there, all of those things? Because people would be shocked to know how often municipalities are sued, because it's the easiest thing in the world to do.
I've learned that.
Listen, if and this is a weird thing to say, but I hope people listen to this. If you hear somebody say out loud, "I got a case against the city, but no lawyers will take it," that's because the lawyers have heard you and you ain't got no case.
You
Right.
ain't got a case.
Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing easier.
Yeah.
Like a lawyer is not going to pass up the 30 to 40% that the city's going to give him because you got a good case.
Right.
Like, so, and a lot of times, we sit there and we just have to take it.
Yes.
Gotta settle.
But sometimes people just want to get it off their chest and they want you to listen. You can't always help or it's not that you can't help, but you can't fix every situation. But people want to feel heard, so you owe it to them to make sure they feel heard. You know, and we're not the providers of justice. So a lot of times what we can do, we can send the police, we can send code enforcement, we can send, but once you get to Mr. Perkle's court,
Yeah.
if Mr. Perkle says not guilty or guilty,
That's it.
but our job is to arrange the meeting and make sure that you've had all the steps. Sometimes, and that in and of itself is the hardest part of the job. To know and believe that what the citizen is telling you is 100% right.
Yeah.
But also know that the system doesn't provide a way for them to get the justice that they feel they deserve.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult. It's probably the hardest part of the job because common sense tells you this person is telling us the truth.
Yes.
This is real. This is right. How can we help them? And for you to look at the books and the law and say,
Your hands are tied.
or you didn't get justice, or you know, and it makes it's difficult. I worry a lot more as mayor than I ever did as a council person.
I know that's right.
A lot more.
Yeah.
Because the buck stops at you ultimately.
Shouts out to Mr. and Mrs. Dobbins.
Sure, right. You know,
And Miss Morningstar, what's going on?
but you're absolutely right. You know, the buck does stop people, and in some cities it is that way.
Yes.
You know, the smaller the city, the more power the mayor has.
Facts.
Yes.
But we all pretty much, as kids, we all pretty much learn the jobs the same way.
Yes.
Right? You know, as a 5-year-old, you turn the TV on, the mayor's always a lion, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever the apex predator
Yeah.
is, and the mayor's always in charge of everything.
Yeah.
So you begin your life with the thought that the mayor's probably in charge of everything.
Yep.
And then when you watch TV and you see these big city mayors, well, those big city mayors, they're also in charge of everything.
Yep.
But
Congressman Foreman. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
hey, Corey, what's up,
What's
man?
up, Corey?
But when you watch, you know, when you get down to a town that has 35, 38, 40,000 people, whatever, you know, the mayor's not in charge of everything.
Right.
Strong, like in Warthaw, I believe it's a strong council, weak mayor.
No, strong mayor.
Strong
weak
mayor.
council.
Oh, strong mayor.
So
weak
the
council.
mayor has executive authority over the staff.
Staff. I got you.
They can hire and fire at will, really. Now the repercussions that come from that is a whole different story.
Yeah.
Right.
The liability.
Right.
Once again,
The
risk.
liability,
And-
exactly.
And we're the opposite.
Yeah.
We're strong council, weak mayor.
That's what
like,
it is.
I don't
Okay.
even have a vote.
Can you
Like-
break the tie?
Yeah, but we have 5 people.
Yeah, so it's rarely ever a tie.
Right.
Yeah,
You know
unless
what I'm
somebody
saying?
doesn't show
I
up.
don't even have a vote. Like, at our meetings, I just preside and I set the agenda.
Yeah, the agenda. I got
You know, but
Okay.
what's
but-
going to be discussed in.
well, but,
yeah.
but I have a city manager. He has.
Yeah.
what I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
Yeah, going into King Boston.
What's up?
Was there anything that you wanted to share that's on your mind today? Also, I know sometimes you need to vent. I know you talk about bugs and don't forget 1-877 Magnum 1.
844. You gonna get
There we
this
go.
number
Look,
right
I had to
eventually.
mess it up so you do it.
844 Magnum 1.
Oh, that's it.
844-624. Look, you got me messed up.
Look,
844
GUM1.
624-6861. This Magnum 1.
Yes, Magnum 1.
Did my office yesterday, man.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes. Everything been looking good.
Yeah, everything was looking good, man.
Good, good, good.
He does everything too. Some of y'all got bed bugs.
Yeah.
Look, call
Call
me.
him.
Call me. Ain't no shame. Look, bed bugs don't mean you nasty.
No.
Anybody could get bed bugs
Yes.
from a little roach motel to a 5-star hotel. What matter? What the difference is how they treat their customers. That's the difference. You know.
And yourhomechamp.com, whenever you want your buying or selling needs, I am your realtor that can be. The People's Champ is here. Let's get it. Once again, shouts out to all the kings and queens watching. Tim King just came in. What's going on, sir?
Good
What up,
guy.
King?
Congressman Corey Foreman.
He's Senate.
Senate. Oh, yeah, Senate. I say that all the time, right?
all right.
Corey, look, Corey's like, you keep saying it. Oh, my bad, bro. My bad, man.
Shout out to Corey.
Shouts out to you, Corey.
Big shout out to Corey. You know, I mean, his district is bigger than it seems, but he's found a way to come down here and make sure he connects with
Yes,
people.
That is
he
true.
really
That's
does.
fact.
He
I
I
really
mean, he doesn't
does.
have to. He could spend all that time in Savannah and Bryan
That's
County
true.
and everything. But Corey
Yeah.
comes down here. He shows up.
Yes, he does.
But he's not elected yet. He shows up for us. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, you guys get out there and do the right thing for
We got to do the
Yes,
right thing because
yes.
November. It's not over, y'all. November's coming.
I know y'all don't know
Quickly.
him, but we know him.
Yeah.
So-
Good dude.
Very good dude. So if you would, we'll have him on here soon. To be honest,
Has he ever been? He's been on the show.
Yeah, of course he's been on.
the
Yeah,
show.
it's time for him to come back on.
Y'all kidnapped him that day that we were supposed to meet.
I remember that.
True.
Y'all kidnapped
That is
him.
We had to show him around the city, you know.
Appreciate y'all.
Oh, but you were about to
Send me
say,
an invoice.
King Boston, you were talking.
You're weak.
You was about to vent out something.
Well, I was just gonna say, man, you know, I've had the pleasure of knowing Mayor Rouse long before I got elected. You know, because just being involved in the community. I know you've been involved in many different aspects, and so have I. And I would say that as an elected official, it's so important that the people that you elect that represent your city have a great working relationship with the other municipalities.
Facts.
You know, especially if you need them for stuff like water and sewer. You know, it just helps when you have a good relationship, because when everybody's moving in, because granted, y'all priority, as it should be, is Hinesville. Y'all was sworn to represent the citizens of Hinesville.
Yes.
Just like myself, you know, Councilman Underwood, the rest of the council, to include the mayor, is responsible, and we're sworn to the citizens of Walthamville.
Yes.
And you need elected officials that work in the best interest to represent you well.
Yes.
And I always harp on this one thing because it always stuck with me. You know, when I went to training, they said you have to be willing to lead without fear or favor. And what I've noticed as a newly elected official and now Mayor Pro Tem is that sometimes that line gets blurred.
Oh,
you know?
man.
And you have to be able to stand on something. And I've learned in the very beginning that no decision, and I'm sure Mayor Rouse could piggyback off of that, no decision that we make is going to be 100% liked by everybody.
Yes.
It's just not. You have to weigh the liabilities, the pros and the cons, and I can't sacrifice, in my situation, 4,000 citizens, or in this situation, 40,000 citizens to benefit a handful of people.
Facts.
It just doesn't work like that. But like, just to my point, when you have intergovernmental cooperation, I mean, great things can happen, because at the end of the day, we're all Liberty County.
Yep. And it moves forward at an amazing pace.
Yes.
Because a lot of times that's what distracts a lot of things. Shouts out to Mr. Grace, TJ Grace.
Oh, yeah.
Freeman Grove.
I hollered at you, TJ. Holler back.
Hey, Freeman Grove Pound Game. Jay Wayne is watching. Also, Jose.
J.O.
Speaking of Cheo, if y'all don't know, after the show, the tickets for the fight will go on, right?
Wait, there's a fight?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look. I'm about to bring this up now. And if y'all didn't know, the person that will be hosting will be Mr. Carl Riles. Will be on
Carl
the ones and twos. The Carl Riles will be on there loud and proud.
I've been working on my announcer voice. I can ask questions just like this.
Look, hey, not only that, y'all, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Jay Botwell from Exclusives Cuts has wanted to beat on me for a while, but I think what we're gonna do is equally do the same thing back, because I love underestimation. I love it. I love it.
Let them sleep.
Yeah. Let's go and have a good time. But I don't want anybody to forget the reason on why this is going down. The sponsorships behind this is going to be great, because that is going directly to Relay for Life. Dr. Karen Bell. She has been running this Relay for Life thing for a while, and she has an amazing team behind her. And the fight, the Liberty County's fight for a cure, that is what's happening, folks. And if you don't have a loved one or someone in your family that has been having to fight with or has survived cancer, it is something that you probably don't want to deal with personally in your life. But a lot of people are affected by it. So shouts out to all those who have had loved ones that have been impacted by cancer. Our love goes out to you. And also, we're going to keep inspiring for people to do great things together. This is a community thing, and we're going to show you just how much we love you guys. Seriously. And to JJ, We appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for hosting that event at JJ's Bar and Grill.
So many things there. You know, we talk about JJ. You know, the ability to take a stand and to say, "Hey, this is what this town needs."
Yes.
Regardless of profit. Right?
Yes.
You know, he came out a couple weeks ago and he said, "Hey, look, 12 o'clock. Right? Y'all can't act right.
Thank you.
12 o'clock.
12
Shut it down.
You know, look, when you can come back,
Right.
and we might go, but
Yes.
but understanding what's really important
Yeah.
and sacrificing dollars
Yes.
to show what he's really about. That's community impact. And you know, you mentioned Dr. Karen Bell.
Yes.
I mean, I can't tell you what all she's a member. You know,
Yes.
Exactly.
But she's on everything.
Yes, she
and
is.
works on everything.
Yes.
You know, I got this thing I've been thinking about, and I said it at Miss Daisy Jones's gala in the interview. The one more thing. It's been in my head. I was watching something. The one more thing, and what came to me is because here's what happened. Someone asked me. I was actually going to coach softball, and someone said, "Guys, is there anything you don't do?"
Right?
And I said, "It's just one more thing."
Yeah. Ooh. That's some deep stuff.
And you know, I truly believe that we all have the capacity to do one more thing.
Yes.
That's real.
And your one more thing might not be huge. It might not be starting a foundation. You know, it might be some volunteer hours. The Board of Education has a program called Power of 100, a literacy initiative.
Yes, I'm a part of that.
All this literacy talk we've been doing about getting test scores up and helping the schools. So the Board of Education, I was fortunate enough to be part of the planning of this, but I mean, I was in the back seat. They did all the work, so I won't take credit on your podcast, but in the public, I might take a little credit.
Brand, what's going on, Miss Brand?
But, you know, they just ask you to come to the school twice a month and read to one student.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 hour a month. Read with one student. I mean, that can be your one more thing.
Yes.
You can be retired. You can be lunch break. You can, I mean, the one more thing.
Yeah.
And or it could be something major.
Yeah.
And if you don't have one more thing, then get in there and support somebody else's one more thing, and let that be your one more thing.
Right.
But I feel like if we all just do one more thing,
Yes.
That's our small part.
that'll get. And I get it. We're all doing so much now. You know, the I ain't got time for that, or they don't pay me enough to do that, or whatever. But the dividends of your one more thing that will create the community that you want to be in.
Right. And it's such a rewarding feeling.
Right.
It really is.
You know, when you take time out of your day, because I was part of the Literacy 100 as well, and showed up Thursday, read to a young man, young woman, and I didn't even realize that when it was time for when school let out, they gave me like a little certificate, and. You don't do it for that, but that really means a lot. Out of all the accolades, like I took great pride in just being able to just play that small part in a young person's life. You good?
Yeah, we're good. Sorry about that.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on.
Making sure our
I feel
difficulties
it
aren't
pulling on my leg.
But yeah, that one more thing is very important.
Yeah.
And I keep telling folks that, look, it doesn't matter if somebody else is doing it.
Yeah.
Join in. Help out.
Yes.
That can be your one more thing. That's so deep because you got people around here that's doing programs, and a lot of people feel deflated a lot because they can have this big idea in their mind, and then all of a sudden 3 or 4 people show up.
Right.
So to them, it's kind of deflating.
Yeah.
But if you don't understand what it is to build something, your 3 or 4 might go tell 3 or 4 more, and maybe 2 more show up.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden you got 6. Then 6 turns into 8. 8 might turn into 16. 16 might turn in. You've got to start.
Yeah.
You've got to start. No matter if it doesn't get what you had in your head. Understand that to those kids, it meant something. They're going to go back and tell somebody about what they did. There was this lady or this guy, and he had like this art thing, and we went and painted, and it was fun. I had a great time. Y'all don't understand. You just changed that kid's life. Maybe later on in life, they might do the same thing
That's right.
for another group of kids, or maybe even for some adults. But we have to support each other as a community. And that's something to get over because of ego.
Yeah.
Egos knock down so many things. Because I used to have a really big ego. Man, when I was in my 30s, you couldn't tell me nothing. You hear me? You couldn't tell me anything. I was hard-headed. I knew everything until I didn't. And then when I didn't, that's when reality hit me. Reality hit, and it taught me a lot. And I need to go through that. God had to mold me.
And humble you.
And hope, yes, of course. God had to do that, and I'm glad he did, because after that point in my life is when I ran into real estate, you know, and I started doing real estate. And when you start receiving that amount of monetary gain at that point in my life, right? It was like, okay, I wouldn't have been able to handle it as well as I did. Not meaning that, I didn't mismanage any of it.
Right.
But there was a lot of things I probably would have been doing with my money that I shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
Rims.
I get it.
Yeah. No, rims count. Rims are always going to be
You said the
forever.
rims don't count.
Yeah. Rims don't count. Mr. Mayor.
Something you said, but about your 4 turn into 8, turn into 12, whatever. But also, if your 8 turns to 4, don't let it stop you.
Yes.
Right.
They shouldn't. They weren't on your team in the first place.
That's real. Yeah. And everything starts small.
That's right.
Yes.
You know,
But when your 8 turns into 4,
don't be discouraged by humble beginnings.
that's right.
Exactly. Those humble beginnings build very, very big moments. Man, I call it practice or training. You know what I'm saying? Perfecting your craft in the art of being for your community.
Yeah.
And Mr. Mayor, that's something that I believe not only in 2 years happened, but over the course of your life, man. Everybody wants to hear the story. There was a small pizza place. What was the name of it? It was
Fat Louie's.
Fat Louie's. That's right.
Fat Louie's.
Fat Louie's
Fat
Pizza.
Louie's.
So look, I wanted a job. And if you only knew how many flat tires I got from out there, brother. Lord Jesus. I wanted a job.
We delivered everywhere.
Yes. And I got like 3 flat tires before that job. And it taught me how to change the tire, I tell you that. But I had called in to work. I said, I got a test. Which I had a test, but it was canceled. Do y'all know that I went up there to my job and and Carl said, wait a minute, man. I thought you had a test. I was like, well, no, it was canceled. Why didn't you come to work? Carl was like, yeah, don't worry about it.
You thought you was coming to your job.
All right. I come to my job
To
that
eat.
I called out.
Eat.
To eat.
Yeah, to eat. Like, he didn't come up there to...
Oh, my God.
He came to eat.
That must have been some good pizza.
It was.
Why you playing Fat Louis is off the chain, baby.
It was fantastic.
And where was
It
that
really
located? In the city?
Matter of fact, right there with that little barbecue.
Next to Dugout.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
okay.
Frozen Paradise.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a little
196.
Small little building.
Okay.
Yeah, on 196, bro.
Sure was.
Fat Louis.
Sure
man.
was. A lot of y'all know David Smiley. We don't talk about how y'all know him, but back then, David, and Jerry Heath, the old fire captain,
Yes.
the fire marshal. You know, that was their spot.
Really?
And then the Burrises. Remember Andy and Tina worked there. Chief Kitchens.
Yes.
Chief Kitchens
Oh, wow.
worked with us. Yeah,
Bro.
man. It was crazy. It was a good time.
It really
It was really good pizza, man.
It really was.
Like if whoever's got that recipe, I mean, it's hidden somewhere, but man, that person's sitting on something.
Right.
They're sitting on something.
Speaking of pizza, since we're talking about that, and no, I'm not hating on any of the pizza joints in town, but there is a place called, oh my God, I'm going to mess the name up.
They know where it is.
The
The new spot.
new spot.
There you
in
go.
that plaza.
Yes, in that plaza.
Yeah. I had a Reuben from there. I ain't tried their pizza yet.
Listen, oh my gosh, I cannot say the Capone's. Oh my
They know.
gosh,
Calzones.
Calzones.
That's it. Something
Yes.
like that.
So if you want some good pizza, oh my gosh, I'm talking about it's terrific.
It is.
They got some good
it's,
food
it's
there.
really good. You know,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I'm still a That's Italian lunch guy.
Okay.
I like that.
I'm still a That's Italian lunch guy.
Okay.
Yes.
I really am. I
Yes.
mean, 2 slices and a drink, $8.
Can't beat that.
You can't
There's
beat
2
that.
fat slices too. Don't think it's
Right, right.
it's 2 nice
Right.
size
I didn't even know they sold pizza by the slice.
Pizza by the slice, lunchtime,
I didn't
2
know that.
slices and a drink, $8. But the calzones is tight. I wish they were downtown.
Yeah.
Look,
A lot of people don't even know they're there.
Listen, if we could put a pizza place on the square.
Oh,
You know, downtown is a big priority. We're getting back to being mayor. Downtown's a big priority for us.
Yeah.
You know, building the infrastructure and filling some of those buildings, because the character of your city is in your downtown.
yes.
You know, we did just hire a new director. Got some new members on the board and everything, and we with a focus on development. So I mean, we're gonna attack some projects pretty hard. Like Sunbury Coffee Bar, you know, you have
Yes.
the sisters, right?
Yes,
You
yes.
know, and their story is amazing. You know, me and a buddy of mine thought, hey, we need a coffee shop downtown. And so we were going to make a coffee shop downtown, but we knew nothing about anything. So I talked to Crystal, and Crystal was like, that's not a bad idea. She went to the place. She was like, yeah, you guys have screwed all of this up. So 6 months later, they put their touch on it, and it's what you see now, and it's growing and thriving. So anyone with an idea about what we can do, let's reach out to HDDA or some folks, and let's see what we can do downtown.
Do they have resources to help like business owners?
Yeah, man, we have grants, we have revolving loan funds.
Okay.
You know, we got people that help walk you through the process of getting, because one of the biggest problems is, you know, all the buildings are old, so getting up to code is one thing, but you know, a lot of people don't know the city of Hinesville has the BAT team. It's the business assistance team. So before you go out and spend a ton of money, we have inspectors, fire marshals, we have business license people. You can come to the city, and they will tell you everything you need before you go out and spend a bunch of money.
The BAT team.
The BAT team.
Business assistance team.
Business assistance team. We have that in the city.
Where would they go to get access to the?
If you walk in City Hall and you go to the counter, Miss Alana will figure it out for you.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
we'll get you worked out.
Okay.
So,
You know.
also, real quick, in the city, July 27th, right? You have a young man by the name of Desmond Butler. I don't know if you've seen that flyer yet. But Mr. Butler and his team called the committee, right?
I know the committee.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Desmond, okay, cool. So what they're doing now is they're doing a protest.
Okay.
All right. And the protest is not against any officials and no government. It's against our own selves.
Sure.
It's for us, by us.
Okay.
And the first place he's going to is in Raintree.
Okay.
He's going to have this event. And believe it or not, guys, he's talking about going on tour through the city. So to be updated on that, but it's going to be every community he's going to hit it with. And they're going to be discussing things with the kids, having some things available for them. Free food, of course. And they'll also get a...
We're going to have two things to talk about if I don't get up from this table.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, do your thing. So he'll be doing that July 27th, and that's going to be big also.
And
Shouts out to Mayor Stacy, Chris Stacy.
He's protesting what exactly?
It's for us, by us. Stop the violence.
Okay.
Yes,
I'm here
protesting
for it.
against that violence, man, that's going on in the city.
It's too much, man.
In King Boston.
And it's senseless.
It's senseless. That's what I was going to say, bro.
What do you think is the I know it's probably a lot of roots, and we could talk all day about that, but just the sudden uptick, you think it's the population, or you think it's...
I think it's the family. I think it's the respect.
At its root.
It's at its root.
Self-respect.
Self-respect. Sheriff Bowman, what's going on? Thank you, sir, for joining.
Sheriff? What's going on, Mayor Stacy?
And that's something we got to look into and take more seriously. It's accountability, brother.
Yeah.
Because we're going out here reacting to situations, not thinking about the accountability part, because that's not forced on us no more.
Yeah.
And respecting another individual is enforced if you don't respect yourself. If you don't know how to respect yourself. Think about that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you have younger individuals that don't even know how to respect themselves because they count so much on somebody else's outlook on life. They get influenced by some of these people on social media, and they see it from their life standpoint, and they actually want to be these people. So they think that these rules don't apply to them. And it's crazy, bro.
But I remember just the other day we were talking, and I know you have some experience in the correction system.
Yes.
And I think a lot of these young people, they don't realize that once you make these decisions and get behind that wall,
that's it.
It's a whole nother world back there.
It really is.
You educated me. you know, about holding pockets and all type of stuff. And I'm like I think if some of these young people knew what it was like, and it's not all glamorous and what they see or hear in the rap songs or whatever, I would hope it would at least kind of change their trajectory.
Well, speaking of that, so to all the kings and queens out there, you know, you hear all these glorious tales of these people in prison and they're doing all this. Listen to me. Most of your big guys, they go to the Fed camp. Fed camp might be a lot different than it is in the state. State is not no shot callers where they separate you. You got general pop.
Right.
All right. And a lot of these guys on the street, you're bad. But when you get in there, it's a whole completely different system. I've seen so many grown men with muscles walking around holding a smaller guy's pocket. Y'all don't get it.
Explain them what the holding the pocket signifies.
That person that's holding that pocket, that's their protector. To them, in a way, that's their God. You don't understand it. Just for safety, just to eat. See, you go into a situation with no money, right? And there's nobody on the streets that's looking out to put anything on your books because you might have burnt all your bridges on the street.
They done forgot about you.
Yeah, your mother might not have it.
Yeah.
So now you're counting on another grown man to protect you and feed you. Yeah, hunger does something to you when you're actually hungry. Yeah, that does something to you. You're sitting there holding another grown man's pocket, walking around, trying to just get through your time. And then when your time comes up, don't let nobody know you about to get out. They don't want you out of there. They'll create an infraction for you to do to keep you in that position where you're not going nowhere. You're in here with us for life. And here you are fighting for your life. Yeah, it's self-defense. Not in prison, Bubba.
Prison, yeah.
Nah, both y'all getting charges. You know what? Oh, you were getting out tomorrow? Well, you know what? We got to finish our investigation. So you're not getting out tomorrow, Bubba. You might as well get ready to lock down until we have the judge come in and we have a whole nother court session for what happened in here. It's a never-ending revolving door, young men and women. Respecting yourself is not lame. It's gotten to a point to where it's lame to care about what's coming out of your mouth. Like for you reacting to a situation to where you're not whooping up on somebody or proving your point. To even handling when you have authority figures in your face telling you what you need to do, you've been subjected to nothing but rebellion. So when the sheriff walks in, you think that it's an instant, he wants to lock. No, man, he's just trying to figure out what's going on. But when he's met with aggression, what's the reaction you're gonna get, King Boston? When you're met with aggression, say you walk up on a situation and there's 3 young men that just got into an altercation, right? All right, the 3 young men, they've stopped the altercation. And they come up to you like, get out of my face, you don't know what happened. And then nothing but screaming. And you, hey man, chill out. Hey, what are you doing? I don't know what your mind state is. I gotta go home, brother.
Right. You gotta defend yourself.
I gotta go home, and I'm here just to stop y'all from doing the craziness you were doing. Now, same instance. 3 gentlemen, me, you, and Carl. We get into an altercation. Officer arrives. We've stopped fighting. We're chill. He says, what happened? Oh, well, officer, we got into a... Look, that's a whole complete... I'm not no longer in that mind state of aggression. But now I can listen and see what's going on. I'm going to separate you guys, but that's not what's happening, bro. They met with nothing but aggression, people cussing out, people screaming. I'm going to call this person. I'm about to call my mama to add more fuel to the fire.
Sure.
Emotions is what's running this, and that's why we got all this happening. And we got older people teaching younger people how to earn stripes. And that's not the way you earn stripes, by taking someone's life. That's not earning stripes. At all. At all. And Sheriff Bowman, I appreciate everything you're doing, brother, and all the officers out there. To all of our law enforcement in Liberty County, thank you. To all the firemen, the EMS, to all the hospital workers, thank you guys for what you do. It is our job at this point to also help ourselves. We got to help ourselves. I know I went off on a tangent there, but that, man.
But people needed to hear that.
That's right. It's your show.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, two things, but it's your show. You know, the direction matters, man. I appreciate the opportunity to come on here and talk a little bit.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, I mean, it's called free game.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What free game you got for Hinesville? Like, what's coming up that you can
Yeah.
discuss?
I was just about to say, good job.
Wow. You know,
I know you
It's a lot.
discussed the BAT program.
Sure,
I think that was
We've
valuable.
had that for a long time. Man, you know, there are little things in the town, right? Our budget session's coming up. You know, we go into reviewing and renewing some of the grant programs and things we have. You know, a lot of people don't understand. You know, we get a lot of flack for what we don't have. You know, in protection and prevention, right? So we do talk about homelessness.
Yes.
For instance, you know, the state of Georgia came down and they said, "Hey, look, people can sue you, the city, if your homeless population starts to affect their property values negatively.
Wow.
That's deep.
That's real
You
deep.
can sue the city for that."
Dog, you no wonder you look at everything with risk. Hey, let me tell you what that means. That means even though you want to do good, right? You're still held to a standard of, look, I can't do everything the way that you would see it in your mind because I have standards that I have to go by.
Right. But we still spend and fund a very vast homeless prevention program.
Yes.
A lot of people, you know, a day of inclement weather in the city where we have to put people in hotels, motels, shelter. It costs the city about $13,000.
Wait a minute. So people, when it's a bad storm and everything, you guys have opportunities for people to actually be in shelter on those
Sure we
days.
do. You know, and the thing is, our problem is homeless prevention, right? So what we really need in that program is we need you to call us when you're a month behind.
Yes. Not when you're out.
Sure, you know, so when you show up at the second floor, you know, and you got 2 days and you owe $8,000.
Oh my gosh.
You know, we need you to contact us early. You know, the program is literally called
Prevention. Yes.
Yeah.
you know, but we have and you talk about what we have coming up, and I mentioned the budget because it's things that we have to fund, right?
Yes.
One of the biggest things that we've done in the last 2 years, and it ties into the youth services. You know, we hired a youth services coordinator. Like we hired someone specifically to make serving our youth a full-time job.
Was
Yes.
that Mr. Aaron?
We got Mr. Aaron Hendricks from 4-H.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Some of the 4-H.
Shout out to Aaron.
So, yeah, some of the 4-H
Shout out to
kids
Mr. Hendricks.
that I thought loved me. They're mad at me.
No.
They are. But they understand. You know, the city, you know, we have our youth council. We have our summer youth program going on right now. Our graduation's on the 2nd. We had, I think, 44 kids in the program this year. We've had to turn away some kids. We have our boys and girls mentoring programs. You know, we've spent a couple $1 million on this, hopefully fit this commercial family entertainment piece. You know, so we talk about youth services so much.
Yes.
And I'm proud of what the city and the council, what the council has allowed us to do to affect change for youth. I had a conversation with Marcus Scott yesterday. We text. Hope he doesn't mind people knowing that he texts me. But we text about some programs we can do for some of these groups that are doing the work. You know, I know you heard TJ Grace is on. You know, is there a way that the city can use some of its grant funds to help fund some of these programs for people who are doing the work already? Like, do I need to be running and funding actual, you know, 1 event, 2 events, 3 events when I have people that are doing the work year round?
Yeah.
Like, is there something I can help them with in the city? So, you know, one thing I'm excited about with my city manager and these boards and these agencies, these departments is, you know, we're not stuck to doing anything because we've always done it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, we have to figure out what the 2026 fit is for these programs. You know, do they need to be retooled? Do they need to go away? Is there a better way that we can use this money? You know, I'm proud to say that you know, I've never had to vote for a millage rate increase.
Wow,
Never.
that's amazing.
Never. We you know, we've every year. I've been in city government for 8 years now, and I've never ever voted for a millage rate increase. Matter of fact, I've been fortunate to vote for a decrease. I believe 7 of those 8 years.
Wow.
And we intended to continue that.
But that's intentional, though.
Yeah.
That's intentional.
And good preparation.
Well, while making sure that we can build the reserve back up so that we can run the city for 3 to 6 months,
Right.
if all hell breaks loose.
Yes, yes.
So you know, it's hard to say because we don't do a lot of the work. You know, we support the work.
Yes.
You know, we still have our block parties, of course. You know, we have one thing I'm excited about. Maybe I'll be on before then, but Thanksgiving week, my turkey trot 5K.
Okay, is this the first you've done this before?
We did it last year. Man, we had a huge turnout. The Realty Execs team had the most people.
Yes.
Billy Strickland. You know, they did a really good job. But we'll have our 5K and our poker run. Well, maybe we might do the golf cart poker run this year. I'm not sure. But bands. We know lots of events in the park that are city organized, and then of course Councilmember Ortiz. Independent of the city, but you know, he does his events in the park. Yeah. Just the same.
Yes.
So just, you know, providing some of those activities for people to come out and socialize and be seen.
Okay.
Now, Carl, Mayor Rouse, I want to say this because we've been on a while, and bro, I could talk to you forever, and you already know this, but I have to get this in real quick. So if you'd be acceptance, Eddie Myers, King Fraser, if y'all are on, let me know real quick. But bro,
we got a quorum.
You know it.
I think it's overdue.
Yeah, it really is, to be honest. It really is. So, would you say aye to that? Do you accept that?
I second that motion.
I second the motion. So, Mr. Mayor Carl Rouse.
Yes, sir.
I would like to know if you would accept a kingship with us and be known as King Mayor Carl Rouse.
Wow.
From this moment on. If my brother the King would pass me a crown, please.
My pleasure. My honor.
Thank you, sir. So, King Rouse, I present to you the crown. If you would just place it, yes, right there. I'm sorry about that. I'll put them back on your ears, sir.
I'm about to say that thing goes.
Here we go. Here we go.
I need a size 4
I
crown.
present to you. I present to you King Mayor Carl Riles.
I appreciate. I appreciate the honor. You know, we fought a war over this. About 250 years to the day,
bro.
But I appreciate that. You know, and on that, in that same vein, I was gonna save it for the end. I still can't. No, I'll shake your hand always. But one thing that in my conversations with these leaders, they're always talking about what they've read. They're never talking about what they've seen or what they've heard. They're always talking about going and getting the information for themselves. I was reading a book not too long ago, and actually it was about Lyman Hall, and it was about independence on this Independence Day Eve for the most part. And they said Lyman Hall, great Liberty County native, he said that he wasn't going to vote for independence because they wanted it to be unanimous. Declaration of Independence. So he said he goes upstairs on, I think, July the 1st. Goes to bed, and he's not voting for independence. So Declaration won't be signed. There will be no independence. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So the next morning he comes down, and he says, and they're going through the vote, and he says, in trying to resolve my dilemma, I remembered something Edmund Burke had said. He said, a representative owes you not only his industry, his work ethic, but also his judgment.
Oh, wow.
And he betrays you if he sacrifices that judgment to your opinion.
Your opinion.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if he allows you to sway him
Yes.
from good judgment,
Yes.
but for your sole benefit, then he has betrayed you in the process.
That's
That
real.
is facts.
And that's kind of something that I deal with when we're making these decisions, right? And I think about it. I actually had new cards made.
Yeah, I remember you showed that to me.
And,
I was
you
like,
know,
man, that's
these are my new
powerful.
cards, and I put that on the back because I try to remember that because sometimes it's easy to go along to get along.
Yes.
yes. Yes.
But it doesn't mean you're helping the person that you're going along with.
Right.
And I think that that is a motto, is what we all try to do as elected officials.
Yeah.
So I know you asked for a word of the day.
Yeah.
That's it. That's mine.
Well, big.
That's mine.
Okay.
And to me, is ringing in my ears because we say this. It's your brother's keeper.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this off.
You're good. You're good, brother. You're good. You're good. Yeah, I know it was hanging
No,
down.
that thing got some weight to it.
It got some weight.
Heavy as the head. That was the
Exactly.
crown. Heavy as the crown.
But when you look at that, that's the same thing we talk about all the time is the accountability. Like King Boston over there, if anything was to go wrong, say he was in the wrong, I have to be man enough to say, hey, bro, you're wrong. That's right.
Yeah.
You're wrong, man. Now, does that mean I'm going to turn against you right now? No, you're my bro, but now you're wrong in that situation, and we need to look at this from another angle so that we can understand where this went wrong and why this decision was made. You know what I mean? So holding people accountable to their word, that's the best friend you could be. Being someone's friend or brother doesn't mean that you just co-sign everything, whether, no matter what.
That's right.
Nah, it means, hey, bro, that's going to hurt these people. I don't think that's the best decision that we can make. So, yes, sir, that is completely on point. And I'm going to address that in a second. King Boston.
What's up?
If you would, give the kings and queens something to eat on for the rest of this week or even the month, brother.
I think that I really want to talk to the next generation because I think, like myself, even Mayor Rouse, I think we're some of the youngest elected officials in the county. And we got some age on us, and service doesn't belong to one generation. You have to show up. If you see that there's a void in your community, do something, and part of it is starting by voting.
Ooh,
it's free.
Big.
It's your right. Vote. Volunteer. Serve on a board. And if your heart is compelled to, run for office.
Yep.
Because guess what? None of us knows everything. It's not about knowing everything. It's about being willing to listen.
Yep.
And learn and show up. So I think that if more of our young people take pride and not only themselves, but in seeing their community grow, we will be in a better place.
Facts.
That's amazing. I gotta piggyback on something you said about voting, and this is so important. And I don't know that this gets where it's got to go, but if you have recently seen a verdict come out of a courtroom where you said that was not a jury of that man's peers, then you need to understand how the jury selection works.
Yep.
If you don't vote, if you don't own property, if you're not doing these things, then you're not going to be in the pool, and you're going to end up in situations where the jury pool does not look like the defendant.
Yeah.
So it's bigger than you think. Like maybe you don't like the two people running, but look, it don't matter.
Yep.
They still going to decide your life.
Yep.
Yeah.
So get out there and be a part of this process, and don't just talk about the process.
Yep.
Like get out there and vote. I mean, have some say.
That's facts.
Like,
Yes.
I mean, it affects so many things.
Yeah.
And I made a post similar to that on election day, and I was okay with it. What's up? We good?
Yeah.
One thing in the post was something to the effect to the effect of, I didn't agree with everything that was on the ballot, but I still showed up.
Yes.
You know, that's democracy.
It is.
You got to show up.
I mean, one of those people's gonna get the job.
One of them going to
Yeah.
get the job.
You know, vote for the one you like 50.1%.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Shouts out to Miss Odette Marie Alexis. Thank you so much.
Big shots out, man.
Sheriff Bowman,
Oh, God.
Councilman Underwood, Mayor Chris Stacy,
The tall mayor.
Desmond's mother,
That's the tall mayor.
TJ, Grace, Tim King, Corey Foreman, Senate Corey Foreman.
Got the heavyweights in the building.
Yes. We appreciate all of you guys. 380, everybody. King Myers, King Fraser. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, share it, and even afterwards. But this is what I want to say to all of the kings and queens out there. Being accountable to your community is not something that you can just do from being still. Being accountable means being active. Now, maybe you're active while being at home. There's still an activity you can do because of the way that our world works with social media now. Positivity is something that you can put into your community every day. Doing something positive, saying something positive, checking on people. That is positivity. And also, as our illustrious King Mayor says, a representative owes you not only his industry, but also his judgment. And he betrays you if he sacrifices it to your opinion. And that is Edmund Burke. And that is on the back of Mayor Carl Riles,
My new card.
King Riles' card as mayor of Hinesville, Georgia.
My new card. I pay for these myself. The other card's official.
For the record.
That's right.
But we thank our community for actually showing up and voting for someone who has the humility and also the posture of a leader. It's a very great thing when you can look at somebody in their face and tell them that you respect them.
Yeah.
And you mean it. It's genuine. Right. It's not a show.
I view Mayor Riles as a real visionary, and I don't think I've ever told you that, man. Like, you have educated me a lot.
Thank you.
You know, just in your wisdom, man. Like, when you speak, I listen.
Yes.
You know, you're a historian in yourself. Like, Chairman Lovett, he has schooled me so much.
Yes.
You know, Representative Williams, but you one of them ones too.
Yes.
And we need leaders.
Representative Williams will be on tomorrow.
Oh man.
Yes.
I might have to come back.
Yes.
But
why not?
But and people listening, you know, this is one avenue, but you know, like the men in this room, the men that we've mentioned on it, y'all use us.
Yeah.
Like, call us.
Yes.
Like we'll talk to your youth group. We'll talk to your classroom. We'll talk to your sorority. We'll talk to, you know, but when you call, let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yes.
Don't you know, like, you know, don't waste your time and don't waste our time.
Please.
Yes.
But you know, we're coming.
Yes.
And we'll come. Like, use us. Like,
Yep.
use the resource. Let us be a resource.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I
You
agree.
know, I mean,
That's
people
free
need to
game.
see us like this,
Facts.
so that they know that they can also be us later.
Facts. That's what it's all about.
Oh, a text from Keith Jenkins. Speaking of,
Okay. Shouts out to Mr.
shout-
going on,
Jenkins.
Mr. Jenkins.
without question. Sometimes I wear a cowboy hat and scare people in City Hall. They think I'm Keith. I'm the low sheriff.
Look, to all my kings and queens out there, we thank you guys for watching, and we appreciate Mayor Carl Riles today. Thank you. And also, before we go off, I do have a release. If we will take 40 seconds to play that.
Okay.
Right now, you're going to see a release. Check it out Saturday. It'll be YK Ghani, and here it is.
I've been sipping slow, got me moving like a reverend. Cross on my chest, but my heart need a reverence. I just talked to God, told him keep me out the headline. Devil on my shoulder, but my brother's in the trench. I've been taking flights, I ain't checking for the baggage. Rich $1 million on the wrist, a blessing on the average. They was praying on downfall, now they praying for a stash. I just pulled cut them off, that was surgery. Console in the field, but my pockets on the nurse. Told her love me if you want, but these drugs is what I'm married to. All this pride on my back like a burden I've been carrying. Pray for me, I'm way up, but I'm still looking down. Cut the valet, bring it round, gotta feel the engine sound. I've been through these blessings, gotta keep them in my route.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. and I'm up. Gotta stay focused, gotta get.
All right, kings and queens, that's it. We'll see you next time. And tomorrow we will have Representative Al Williams tomorrow on the show at 7 p.m. We'll see you then. Kings and queens, and I'm out.
Thank you.
Salute.